They've landed from the other side of the world, but there's enough here in Wales to remind New Zealanders of home. And there's no need to feel lonely. To ward off any homesickness, we got the Celtic Kiwis to help down on the farm, to check out whether or not they could cut it.
Well, my worn-out boots are taking me downtown, and I'm looking for trouble, and I want to get loud. Serve me up a drink, and I'll shoot it right down, and I'll jump up on the...
I grew up in the country, but I was on a pig farm, so not too many sheep running around where I was.
Lived by a farm, done milking. That was a bit different. Getting crapped on, I think.
So I've dragged a few out for the old man in my day, but obviously by the footage I haven't shorn too many.
There was a great story once I read about kids in New Zealand in farming backgrounds used to practice their tackling on sheep.
I can't say I've ever seen it, but it certainly would make you sharp on your feet trying to chase them. They're pretty nimble little men.
But watching you with it, similar body position to at a ruck.
Yeah, I was talking to the guy that was sharing it. He was saying there is a lot of similarities with sort of jackling over the ball and whatnot. Yeah.
There's plenty of work here in Wales for former All Blacks, especially those willing to get their hands dirty. Both the Ospreys and the Blues have invested heavily in New Zealand beef, and they seem to be getting a good return. But what do they get out of it? What's their motivation? And all these guys here today, are they here like you for the experience? Are they here for the cash? What are they here for? Or is it a bit of both?
I mean, it probably is a bit of both, I suppose. You know, we don't come over here for free. At the end of the day, we do get paid, but we get paid back in New Zealand as well.
People are lying if they said they didn't come for money, because you wouldn't come for free, and that's just a fact of life. That's professional sport.
We come over, you know, and the money's all right, and it's the pound why we come here, because it's strong when we take it back to New Zealand. But I think everyone that's here is fronting up for their team, and I think that's been a thing in the past where some players have come over and it's more of a retirement kind of scheme, and I don't think that's the same for the guys that are here today.
When you buy Kiwi livestock, you get attitude, impact, drive and leadership. But at what cost to your own?
The whole idea of bringing these players means that, you know, there's going to be guys like a Jamie Roberts is going to learn off of Ben Blair, and then when he's seemed deemed fit a better player than him in club rugby, well then surely that's got to be there's going to be the step up towards making the Welsh team. There's going to be or you know, playing for Wales is going to be an easier step for him, and I think it's you know, if you're not good enough to put those guys out at club level, well then, you know, you shouldn't be in the Welsh jersey anyway.
I can definitely see people's point. I mean, I know how I'd feel if say a Welshman came out to New Zealand and it meant that I suddenly became a bench player and that they were playing ahead of me. But I think it can be a little bit of a fine line. I think you can bring some experience, some expertise into a squad.
Am I giving anything? I think I am, you know. I'm certainly leaning ahead in terms of development, I think. You know, with likes of Marty Holler, Jason Spice, Justin Marshall, Xavier Rush, you know, the list goes on, and I think we are giving something to rugby in Wales, and you know, and hopefully it's going to keep on going.
If you believe the rumours, Dan Carter is the next heading for Europe. But should Dan, the main man, land here in Wales?
He'd fit in perfectly in a team, say like Cardiff Blues. I mean, you know, not just saying that because I'm a player, but obviously a team like the Ospreys. But I don't think the Ospreys need him. You know,
I'd like to see him stay in New Zealand for a couple more years and then maybe help them, you know, in the next World Cup. You know, Dan's his own man, and he'll make his own decision in the due course time, and I'm sure it'll be the right decision for himself.
If you were Dan Carter now, what would you do?
Well, I mean, that's a really tough question. If I was Dan Carter right now, I probably wouldn't be here sharing sheep anyway.
For now, these Kiwis have made Wales their home. They brought some of home with them. But there is one thing they miss.
The fish, yes, the fish.
What's wrong with our fish?
I don't know what's wrong with your fish. Rhys Williams has cooked me a few fish meals and... Sorry, Rhys, they're average. They, yeah, it's just tough and quite thick, and I don't know what's going on, but come to New Zealand and try our fish and you won't go back to the fish that you have here.